Hello, everybody. I'm on live and I'm early today. Yay! How's everybody doing today? I am a happy person today. I am the happiest person I've ever been today. I hope everybody is doing well and they're taking care of themselves. Today, we have something a little bit different. Now, some of you may not know this book, but this is a picture from Mermaid Legends. Now, this is the original book. This is the original spiral-bound book of it. There's another version of it she came out with a few years ago. So, as you can tell, the binding in this was really quite not as good as it should have been. It's a thin spiral-bound. Now, this is the original version of Mermaid Legends. She has another version which has a different which has a similar cover, but it's blue, and the cover is colored in. Now, this is the original version. Hi, Keely. Now, this is the original version of Mermaid Legends. So we are coloring from this. Now, you can use colored pencils or markers in this. I have used quite infrequently both in this book. So because it's Mermaid, I figured, let's color a mermaid. And I didn't realize that I had this book because it's on the bottom shelf, but some of you know that I'm cataloging which books are in and which ones are out. Now, I could have colored from Rose Windows again, but I chose not to. So today we will be coloring with my pencils. I was thinking about doing something from Talismans. Hi, Danielle. We are coloring from Mermaid Legends today. So as some of you know, I have done a few pictures in this. Not from this part, but here are some of the pictures that we have done in the book. You have to be really careful because the binding in this is not as tight as you would like it, as I would like it to be. Now, some of you may remember this infamous picture of the little red-headed mermaid child. Hi. So I have to be careful when I go through this book because the binding is really not that great in this book. So that's why I take the cover that has fallen off of it. That's how bad the binding is. The binding is not great. That's why she remade this book into the second version of this book. So I'm thinking brunette. Who has good browns? Know who has good browns? I never used these, and I'm going to use these today. These are my Holbeins. Holbeins have good browns in them too. So, but I don't ever really use this set, so I think it's important that we just figure out what we're going to use. I like these. I paid a small fortune for these. Yes, I did pay a small fortune for these, so it's only right that I use these every once in a while. More umber. Nah, that's not them. These don't have as many browns as this does. I know what we can use for browns. What we can use for browns. That's okay. I know what we can use for browns, what I like to use for browns anyway. I like my girl to be a brunette. So, I know. Oh, sanguine. That's okay. We lurk today. I know I'm early today. But I was like, I haven't done a lot in this book, and I'm like, that's a real shame because I really do like her work. So there are certain sets I no longer have. Like my backup set of Schiffer Farbens and my Castle Arts. I gave those to Tiffany. I gave my Arteza colored pencils to Michelle. I gave my Tombow irritants away to one of my friends, kids who like the colors in them. So those I no longer have. So to me, it is a process of figuring out what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep. Like I'm 50-50 on the Blix Studio pencils. So I've already decided that I'm definitely keeping the Copic markers and my Blick markers. Everything else I'm probably not keeping as far as markers go, because those were really expensive markers, and I do have some of the refills in them. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through my markers and try to use up as many markers as I can. Because I think I can always buy another set of sprays, another set of towel trees if need be. You know, it's like everything is coming together. And then I also need to get my new ID too done. I have to fill out the form for new ID so I can get on a plane because my old ID doesn't work anymore. Yeah, now you have to have a real ID. The wonders of things that I have to make an appointment for. So I got to get all the documents ready for this that I need, etc. You know. This is not fun by any means, guys. Why do I have a dust right here? Gee, Mom, thanks for the tip that you need me to do. So, yeah, today for breakfast, I gotta tell you this weird thing happened this morning. You know, I got up because my mother got up. My mother left early to go hang out with her friends, supposedly. And yes, this is a polychroma. I don't know when we're moving. It depends on a lot of things. You know what it is. I've been seeing a lot of beautiful coloring books that I want, but here's the thing: I've been putting them on my wish list, everything that I want. And today I just happened there's some stuff that isn't on the wish list, like the new Jane F. Hankins book that I saw, the new Linda Ravenscroft book that I saw. Those are not on my Amazon wish list because you can't get those books. Then there's a Japanese, then there's the Anastasia, the new Anastasia I want to get, which I really like. The Amarantine, but I'm not getting that till after I move. I'm not getting a lot of stuff till after I move. And this ain't personal. It's just, I got to figure out how I'm going to pack stuff. So it's a lot of work to figure out how you're going to move stuff. And then, you know, I'm in that year-long color along the top 10 books. I did find the steampunk book that I was looking for, guys. Remember I said I had lost the book? Well, I managed to find it. And then I've been really angry at my mother all of a sudden, but I've been having these explosive mood swings at her. Like, you know, and I can't explain why I'm mad at her all the time. You know, and then I get mad at her for the simplest little thing. Like something simple will make me angry at her. And I'm like, I don't understand. What is triggering this? Maybe you guys can explain it to me. What is triggering my emotional outburst at her or my angry explosions at her? Like I couldn't find my Kindle the other day and I got all mad about it. Like I have other Kindles, but that Kindle is the newest one. That's the one I prefer to read on. You know what I'm saying? And I got mad because I couldn't read my book, and then I got mad, and then it took me hours. Well, we don't have a place to go yet, so you know. So you'll think it's just the stress of all the stuff that I have to be doing. See, you know, I thought I had gotten over my anger issues, but I guess not. So that's the hair. So you guys think it's the stress of moving that's causing me problems. Okay. Pinks. Mm-hmm. What is in here? What is in here? What is in here? What is in here? Ah, yes! Colors! I haven't tried the colors on this paper yet. So let's try the colors on this paper. I like these more than I like any. I'm going to tell you something. I like these, the Black Widows, and I'm probably going to keep the Black Widows in the colors. So you guys think it's the move that's causing me a great deal of stress. Okay. Light rosy pink. See, I wouldn't have thought about that as a thing that's causing me a great deal of stress. Now, you can use markers in this book if you so choose to, but that's your choice. So. And we will probably do the skin tone with Prismas. It's, it cleared up actually. It still flares up from time to time, but it hasn't flared up in a few days, so I'm kind of glad. It hasn't flared up, so let's not jinx it. Pale green. I do not know what I'm having for lunch yet because I decided to come on this early. I don't know what I'm having for lunch yet. Oh, the cheese basket I ordered finally came. I ordered this cheese basket. Now, this also did not help matters. May 6th, May 5th. I'm not finding a new job till I go to California. Also, the fact that I'm trying to, here's the thing. You would think me not buying any books, supplies, etc. would help me save money. No, I'm finding other ways to pay, And I also did something today. I asked Color in Heaven, thank you. I need the big hugs and loves. So what I've decided to do for the meantime, the next 2 issues, the steampunk and the fairies one from Color in Heaven that they're coming out with, will be my last 2 issues of Color in Heaven. Now, I canceled my subscription for now. When I get to the new place, I might renew it once I have a job and everything is settled. But the reason why I canceled it was because, listen, I don't know how long I'm going to be here or what's going to happen. So, and plus, those issues are coming awfully, awfully late. Now, this is pale green. Now, I'm thinking of sending somebody the Blick pencils. I don't know who I'm going to send those to. But you see what I'm doing with my inventory? I'm already starting to reduce the inventory that I'm going to take with me to my house. Because I've already got, I gave my irritants away. I gave my Arteza, the 2 sets of Arteza pencils I had. I gave away my Castle Arts. I gave away the second set. I gave away my duplicate set of the 72 of Schiffer Farbens away. So, and I gave my Tombow irritants away. So it's starting to become less pencils. And I gave Michelle a lot of stuff too, other than the Arteza stuff. So right now I'm not buying anything, but I have a whole list of stuff that I've seen. Like, I love the Circle of Life book that I saw. I think that book is absolutely beautiful. Do you guys know that I actually have a Japanese bookstore right by where it's on the other side of where I work. So if I go past 5th or 6th Avenue, there's this Korean bookstore or a Japanese bookstore called Kimonko Bookstore, and they have a lot of the books. I'm not sad about it, actually, Danielle. Every once in a while, this is good to clear out your stuff and do the things you need to do. Because even though I'm doing that top 10 color and tag, I think what I'm going to do is when I finish those top 10 books, what I might do is I might film some videos, and then I might save those videos on my computer and then make a big top 10 where I finished with them at the end of the year. I was almost tempted to do Talisman, which was the Hannah Carlson, or actually color something from Tales from the Forest Kingdom. I really liked the Tales from the Forest Kingdom book. I didn't think I was going to like it. Yes. I'm thinking of giving away the Blix. I've already given away the Arteza pencils to someone. I've given away the Tombow Irritants. I've given away the Castle Arts. So I'm thinking about giving away the Blix. I think I have them somewhere. Big case. This is this is them. I have a big case of the Blix. I just gotta find something to put them in. Like, I have a big case for them. You would like the Blix. Okay, they're yours. I just gotta find where I put the spare Blix. Because it's a complete set. That means the grays, the portraits, the landscape, the regular set, the grays. I have the whole set. And I think there were some pencils originally. Well, here's the story about the Blix. Here's the story about the Blix, Kim. When you buy the Blix, right? They say there's 72 pencils, right? Well, that's not all, because you have to buy the gray set, right? Like, I think there's 1 or 2 gray sets. Like, you have to buy the gray set. Then you have to buy another set because there's some pencils that aren't in the whole set. So it was like this whole thing where they would also do this thing where they would have, if I remember correctly, they would have the Blix. It would be the regular 72 set. Then they would have the gray set, right? Then there were, I think, 3 or 4 colors that were not in that set that you had to buy separately. Then they had a landscape set. Then they had a portrait set. So some of the colors duplicate in those sets. I think, to me, giving away the stuff that I am giving away is not a big deal. I know there's some people that is a big deal. But didn't any of you see that Dreambox thing here? Like, I'm going to show you something here. It's called Dreambox. I need to go to Instagram to show you a video of what the Dreambox is. I can't find the Dreambox, but it's a thing called a Dreambox. You can make like a whole room on it. There's this thing called a Dreambox. And so what I was on there with the Dreambox. See, and it ends up being like this. So here's a video of it. Here's what the dream box looks like. Guys, you make it a closet. This is what I'm thinking about possibly getting. It's the most prettiest thing I ever saw for all your arts and crafts supplies. It's a closet, and then you open it up, and it shows you all these wonderful things you can do. So you get a dream box with all this stuff in there. This is like an arts and crafters. It's like a closet, and you can get a table for it. So, but the price tag is like, but this is what it looks like when it's fully opened. If you want to have like this, but then you can make it into a closet. But you could also add side tables if you want side tables possibly to it. It's just like one of these things that I've never even seen. So they call it create a room. You create a room for it. And you could do closets and it's like, but the price tag for it is like almost $3,000 for it. If anybody's curious about that. Yeah, it was like almost like with all the add-ons. I'm possibly thinking of getting that when I move to the new place, but here's the thing, it's like almost $4,000. But then they say, oh, you can finance it for this much money. I know, right? I would love something like that for me because that would be like a great crafting too. I saw this thing and I was like, oh my God, I want this thing. Because you know, if you're a colorist or a crafter or any kind of like artistic thing you want in there, and I saw the new Jane F. Hankins book today, and I was like, why? I'm on buying restriction. You don't know what I mean by that. When you see something you really, really like, you're like, no, why did you have to do that to me? We'll talk about that off camera. So Kim is getting the Blix for me. So I just have to find where I put the spare Blix. Because you guys know I keep a lot of things in here. So Miss Kim said she wanted these. No, come on. I have these in a nice case. These are what the Blix look like. They're not bad. See, these are what I'm going to give to Kim, which is the Blix. Then I think I have the Queen Shawns. Oh, yeah, I have the Queen Shawns here. I know I have the Queen Shawns here. So this is what the Blix Studios pencils look like. But I have other ones, too. So I think there's Blix Shawns in here. Oh, yeah, I have the Queen Shawns in here. Don't know why I have those in there. Who knows why I put them in there. But I have the Queen Shawns in the same thing in there. So I'll just put these out for you, Kim. So I know I will put those for you. I'll put those aside for Kim. Hey, Joanna. How was your stream? I know you were streaming a little bit earlier. What did you color from today? We are coloring from Anastasia, Elko de Beaver's Mermaid Legends. This is the white cover one. This is from the original book that she had. This isn't from the blue cover. What did you color from today in your stream? I had seen that you were live, but I don't know what you colored from today. Hugs to everybody. I wish we could hug in real life still. You know, that's a really good thing that they said that now that the CDC is going to be relieving some mask guidelines. So, but they haven't done those yet in New York. So hopefully we will. We are using right now the colors. So this was a polychromos for the head, color for the tail. And this was a color. No, colors. They look like the Castle Arts and Brock on them, but they're not. No Black Widows today. I do have Black Widows today, so. I'll be using different pencils throughout the day, depending on what I feel like this is. But this paper is really nice in the first Mermaid Legends. This is Mermaid Legends version 1. Oh, this is apple green. It's not a Chartreuse, it's apple. I know. It's really a Chartreuse, but oh God. I know. But that's the beauty of all the greens. There's so many wonderful greens. I'd be pretty pissed too. $26 million. $26 million. I can have my own house. $26 million. Oh, her husband must be so pissed at her. That might be a reason for divorce. Uh-huh. Emerald green. Thank you. This isn't, I didn't draw the picture. Anastasia Koldareva drew the picture. And look what this is. You will really like that skin tone Copic skit. If you like me and you like to do skin, you absolutely love to do it. Some colors cut a lot. There's a lot of beautiful colors in that skin tone set. You know what? You're going to streak no matter what. It's just practice. You know who's better at that method is, you know who does really good work with Copics and doesn't streak is Belinda. You need to go to Belinda's channel and she gives you a lot of tips. The other way to avoid coloring to do streaks is color in circles and fast. And remember, Johanna, when you order the refills now, they're not going to come like this. They don't come like this anymore. These are the old refills. Now they come like this. The refills and the Copics come like this now. So just remember that. But if you get an old marker refill like that, that means that they didn't have a new one in stock. They might have some on the old stock. And sometimes if you go in the store and ask for a Copic refill, they will give that. Belinda has some very good techniques on her channel. There's a lot of people who know more about Copics than I do and are more certified to give you answers about them than I am. Belinda is actually a certified Copic expert because she actually has the certificate from the school. To tell you the truth, I like the old ones better because they store more. But here's the advantage of the new ones. The new ones are thinner. They have a longer tip, so you can refill your Copic brush tips easier with them than if you're doing the drip method. And she goes, "What is the drip method?" Same price. But what I like about the new refills, I'm going to honest to God tell you what I like more about the refills. See, the new refills, I'm able to put them into a marker container. The old ones, I wasn't able to do that. Yeah, this is a certified thing where you can get a Copic certification. Yeah, I know. When I first heard about that, I was a little like, yeah, there are people who get certified in Copic markers. Hi, Cindy Lee. Hello to all the new people. This is the swordfish. To tell you the truth, I like the swordfish and the call angle differently. Like this is my swordfish. I like my call angle. I'll probably throw out this Office Pro sharpener because I can't stand it. It bugs the crap out of me. I actually am thinking of getting rid of that one. Yeah, these are things to consider when you're moving. There are things that get clunky. Excuse me. Sometimes I will move the picture to make it easier for me to color. And what is this, everybody? This is a whole bud. Here's the thing. When you're buying the sets, actually, believe it or not, Teresa R., I'm going to tell you something that a lot of people don't know. When you buy the basic sets of Copics, the sets, my 12 set of Copics was actually cheaper on Amazon than if I would have gotten Netflix. Same thing for my skin tone set. That was actually cheaper to get on Amazon than it was Netflix at the time when I got my skin tone. My first 3 Copics that I ever got came from a sketch box. They're beautiful. They're well worth it. I know now you can get them open stock, Joanna. Yes, Blick sells them now open stock on their website. And I got the full set for myself. Here's the thing. If you don't use them, they go to waste. What is the point of buying something if you're not going to use it? To me, that's like if I buy pastels and I never use them. I have a cheap set of pastels. I don't have, I tried the expensive pan pastels. I didn't like them. There are a lot of things that I did not like. I did not like I don't like the Stabilo pastel pencils. I'm probably going to give those away too. It's okay not to be ready to use them, but at some point you will feel confident enough in your skills to use them. Here's the thing. But here's the thing now, Joanna. You can now get the whole mines open stock on Blix. So now you don't have to worry about not having a color if you run out of it. Brown or gray? Brown or gray, guys? I'm going to have to do her skin. So start thinking about that. No, I want to do red for her flowers. I'm going to do the red for her flowers. But at the very least, like, you know what? Yeah, red would be a good color. Gray. Okay, everybody's saying gray. Okay. So I'm going to do her flowers. And this is signal red. Thank you, Dan. I still have to finish that Fragile World picture I'm working on. Now I have to go to the Christmas because that's when I know how to do my skin tone best. This is an unfortunate thing that I still have to do the skin tone with Christmas, but this is what we learned basically. The Prismas were what I learned how to do my skin tone with. The very first thing I ever learned how to use them with. Oh, wait a minute. I want to do her little fingernails. So what book are you coloring from? Because there's so many beautiful mermaids out there. Jennifer Zimmerlin, but right now there's a tremendous amount of mermaid stuff. I'm going to do the dragonflies orange and green. You know what I say? Take a break, do something else, like reading. Oh, that's a beautiful book. I know that's a beautiful book because I have it. So here's what I would suggest you do. Do something else besides coloring, like reading, cleaning, eating, cooking, sweeping. Do other things. Exactly. Do diamond painting. If you have another hobby like knitting, crocheting, cross stitching, do that. I've never done cross stitching, So just keep that in mind. I've never done it, but I know a lot of people who do it. Dark green. Dark green. Maybe I can do them blue and orange. The flies. Exactly. Sometimes you may need to color another picture. Someone asked me, what is the best set to get? And it's difficult because everybody has different sets to get. Like, I find that for me personally, the Prismas are the most versatile. But that's me personally. I'm not going to say everybody has. I'm not going to say everybody has the same taste and stuff too. I saw the paintings this morning that they were giving, that they were selling at the EAC. They're beautiful. There was one that I really liked, but here's the thing. I didn't like the price. The price tag was very high for it. And number one, it was too big. I look at two things when I look at, well, three things really when I'm thinking about buying a diamond painting. Right now, I'm on restriction, so I can't buy anything. So I'm forced to use the coloring books that I already own. And you know what? I'm fine with that. This is cream. Now, I use cream as my base in a lot of my pictures. So what you do for your first layer is really important. Light pink. I'm going to do this pink again. This is Deco Rose or Deco Pink. That's beautiful. See, the Bella Serafinas, I think, are really cute and really nice. I just don't like the price tag. I think they're cute images, but I don't think they're like, they don't wow me. I have a tremendous amount of books. I have logged in so far, and I'm not even done yet, Joanna. I have logged in 306 books. And I have finished 4 books this year, so that's 310 books I actually have. Now, I no longer have those finished books. So when you're coloring with Prismas, and especially if you're building up the layers like I am right now, you want to do it as light as possible. That would be really nice. The thing with Bella Serafina, and this isn't anything against the woman who runs it. I know she hand makes them, and that's why they're so expensive. They're just not my style. They're not my taste. I also have to think about this. Now that I'm going to be moving, I'm probably going to have to go through my thingy, and then I will see what I'm actually keeping in my diamond painting. You guys know I have a tremendous amount of stuff from diamond painting that I got over the last 2 years. I never thought in a million years that I would get into diamond painting. See, when you're holding your Prismas, there's a trick to it. Now, some people say, oh, you should make your pencil sharp when you're doing skin. You should and you shouldn't. I've seen people do it with there being blunt points, and this is why I've been called a pencil criminal by one person in particular, because I like coloring with short points or short pencils. What were we talking about? Your cat? And me and my mother have also been talking about possibly getting a small little dog, not a Shetland, not a herding dog. My mother's thinking of getting a doodle mix, a little poodle mix with something else. My mother doesn't want a hyper dog. My mother wants a calm little dog. You know, I didn't think I would ever get into another hobby. And then what happens? I'm looking for my nectar. See, and this you can tell is a new pencil because it hasn't even been sharpened. I probably got that from. So, yes, cats can be very vicious if they don't get fed right away. So I use my prismas primarily for skin. I have my black widows. Somebody asked me if I keep in my storage rooms. At this point, I don't know yet because I haven't used them yet. So, but Kim taking my blicks off my hand, that's a wonderful thing. How many of you guys subscribe to a colorist known as the Coloring Diva? Her name is Monet. She does wonderful reviews of products. I don't like white dogs. My brother's sister-in-law has this like brown dog that's like a poodle mix. Her name is Monet, the Coloring Diva. She's new, but she has quite a following already. Really? They come in all colors? Me and my mother will, once we get settled in, and then probably we'll figure out what we're going to do with the dog. That's the nectar. They don't tell you can do this, but you really shouldn't do this too much. But they do say you can do this. Gives you a little bit of tint. Great lavender. Now, they're going to tell you not to do this with skin tone, but I've seen people do it. Just put a little gray lavender in it, not a lot. You don't go too hard with it. The pink one? Yeah, I had gotten it after I had gotten the color case and the blue case. And what happened with my Prismas was I had another case originally for them, but that case was so old, and it got beat up. Remember, she's supposed to be a mermaid, so if her skin is a little purplish, that's because of the water. Yeah. That too. I don't want a dog that sheds a lot. Most dogs shed. Peach beige. And then we'll do we'll do 2 more layers. Peach beige. Hi, Robin. We're coloring today from Anastasia Ellie Koldareva's Mermaid Legends. And since it's Mermaid, and I know a lot of people are doing mermaid pictures. And you know, Anastasia also has a color in heaven. You know, she actually in that mermaid. A lot of dogs shed. Oh, my brother got a new dog. You know, he had a French bulldog, right? My brother, well, the name of the new dog that my brother got a new dog. His name is Oz. My brother got it because he needed to be rehomed. And, you know, my brother had a French bulldog before that passed. And, you know, that my brother and my niece, well, you know, the dog that I've been seeing that I like a lot is the Golden Doodle. So my brother and his wife, well, it was really my sister-in-law, co-worker needed to rehome a dog, right? So It's with two Z's, not one. So this dog has a little white in its thing. So my brother got a French bulldog, black and white, and it has a little bit of white in its chest. So well, I think me and my mother, once we get settled in the new house and everything is, once we're moved and everything is removed, what I'm finding that I'm spending money on isn't really books or supplies or things I need. It's mostly on food stuff. We don't even know what we're going to get until we start looking and then figure out what works for us, Because different people have different needs and different things. So me and my mother will probably reach a comp. And this is light peach. Now, for me, skin has always been a trial and error. You know who else has beautiful mermaids too? Selena Finette. And we haven't colored her in a while either. So I'm thinking maybe her, maybe a Hannah Carlson picture. We still need to do some Clara Makova. Now, I was so disappointed that I didn't get my steampunk one, but, I expect that the Color in Heavens will come in so late. Like, everything comes in late now. It's not even a matter if things are going to be late or not. You know they're going to be late. And the group that helped me, I don't know if this group is still around or not, because I haven't seen posts from them recently on my Facebook feed, so I'm probably going to have to go in. The group, there used to be a group that used to be very active, but I don't know if it's still active, was the Prismacolor combo group. They have wonderful things, but there's also a woman who recently did, they really do some really beautiful work. The Prismas have the best grays as far as selection goes of grays. 30, what is this? 30% cool gray. I prefer for the thinner pencils my Swordfish. Color angle is very good too. Well, today I was on Instagram, and I don't remember who said it, but someone said, a few people said this to me, some privately, some publicly, that they saw the work that I did in Rose Windows, that Creative Haven book, and they're going to do that. They're going to do that book. I know that for Miss Michelle, that she likes that color mandalas. I want the fairy book that they came out with. Hey, Miss May, I know you bought Rose Windows. We are coloring from Mermaid Legends. Oh. Kim sent me a photo. Here, 100 Magnificent Mandalas, Volume 2. So, I'm going to have to go Monday and get another box. I know, I can't even get the new Jane F. Hankins book that I really want. There are so many books I want to get, but I can't right now. I'm like, because, I'm in the process of moving, so I can't buy anything else now. My mother has put me on mandatory restriction. But you know what? I have a lot of lovely books. They were good, it's just, it's stressful. And people think I'm not stressed, but I am stressed because I'm like, oh, which book shall I color in today? You know that mermaid picture that we did the other day, the magical ones? I did finish it. I just don't like how dark my girl came out, actually. I should have picked the lighter brown to do it. But when we live and learn, it just was a really dark picture. But that's okay. I made it work, You can make anything work. Even if you don't like it, you can still make it work. I have yet to learn how to do dark skin with pencils, so I can. My Instagram is Princess Grace 100 on Instagram. So. Someone asked me, what is my ideal? Like, if I only had 300 books, I would be happy. I think I've gone a little overboard with my books, actually. Now that I'm going through them, I'm like, this may be too much. I don't even know how I'm going to move my comic books across the country. There are things here that, I'm like, there are logistic nightmares. I wish my mother would buy the house, move there, and then I could ship all my stuff there. My mother says, well, think about this. Thank you, Miss May. Usually Robin does our links. This is the original version of the book, Miss May. This isn't the blue version. This is the original version with the white. This is the original version of the Mermaid Legends book. I was like, it was funny because when I was doing it, and I went into my room today, my little room. You guys have never seen my little, I have a little walk-in closet there where I do hang up a lot of my work clothes and things like that. I also have all my books out like that. Most of them, not all of them. The holiday stuff is all over there. I haven't even gotten into my blue tin yet. I'm still working on my shelves. And I sent my nieces, I think, what did I send them? About 16 coloring books. The cuter stuff, that I have. And I'm like, I'm not going to color in this again. I may have colored in some of the books or not. So I even sent them a Jade Summer Unicorn, the really cutesy one. Not the one that I had a lot of pictures in that were more cute. So this is 30% gray. There's a reason why I like the prismas for certain things. Prismas are good, solid pencils. Really, they are. They're just really pretty. totes for my books. Why would I need totes for my books? So I'm thinking purple flowers. Violet. Oh, no, don't tell me that. It's really pretty out. Hey, it's like 70 degrees. It's like beautiful. I think I have one of those. That I'm keeping all the Halloween and Christmas stuff in. Yeah, I have all the seasonal stuff in a tote like that. I think I have like over 100 books in there. Just on the seasonal stuff. Mm-hmm. So let's see how the violet works with the magenta. Great minds think alike. And flowers don't all have to be the same colors. Sometimes I like to try little things like this with the flowers just to give it a little bit of an accent. Blue and orange is what I'm thinking. I'm going to make a good blue. Make a good orange. I like you better. My orange. And this blue in the whole binds is aqua. Tangerine. I've never heard of tangerine in a color before. In a color set. The only two other sets that I know that have tangerines are Crayola. Yeah, I think there was a tangerine orange and Crayola. And what was the other one with the original color names? Arteza had one, if I believe correct. So you understand what I'm doing with the colors. Oh, I didn't think about that. I have plenty of bubble wrap already from the comic books that I sent my brother. My brother still asking, do you have this book? Do you have this book? Have you found this? Have you found this? No, I don't have any more coloring books for him. Yet his mind goes, yet you find things for my children. Really, it's quite common in watercolors. I haven't seen it in too many pencil sets, though. Aqua. No, Miss May is surprised that I did this. I came on a little bit early because my mother's not here, so then she's like, well, I need the computer too. You monopolize it too much, which I really did, but can you really blame me? I have all my shows here, and then my mother goes, well, you can watch your shows downstairs on the big TV. Not everything. So my idea is to make the bugs universal colors. I think, because we know Selena Finneck, and there's some people who do just beautiful mermaid work. Well, it figures. Here's the thing: I have to figure out what the live setup is when I move there. So I got to figure out things like, we got to get there's things that we got to do after we move. Like I got to figure, we got to get a new cable company. We got to figure out where my room is going to be, where we're going to put a desk. Are we going to buy new tables? There are a lot of logistics when you move. I think people forget that there has to be logistics planning here. So after we figure out the logistics, maybe. I'm not going to say yes and I'm not going to say no because I don't know what the logistics of my new situation are going to be until after I move. I know that's not the thing that people want to hear, but well, my dishes are done. Sorry, I was washing dishes, so when you hear the beep, that means the dishwasher finished them. Yeah, the little beep you heard was the dishwasher. Tangerine. I can't do that. I don't have the patience to learn crocheting. Some people don't know this about me, but I get frustrated when things don't go my way. And I want to know what this is. Luminous opera. What is luminous opera? Oh, look at that pink. I think we found a winner, guys. Look at that pink. Look at that pink. That is a stunning pink. Yesterday was a marker day. Today is a pencil day. Then I got to figure out how I'm doing my watercolors. Later, probably sometime this week, I'll be going through my cheaper stuff. Yeah, it's called Luminance Opera. Yeah, I think I swatched them. Yeah, I did finish the swatch for this. You can do skin tones with Holbeins too. I just prefer Christmas. I can do it, but I just prefer using my I prefer, when I do skin tone, I prefer using my Prismas. That's a real honest response. But then again, Prismas were my first art pencil per se. I never really got to learn how to use my color source very well. I found that they were too color source were too waxy. I'm 50-50 on them because I do like the color source, but they were expensive. I'll get a box for you on Monday, kitten, so I can put the pencils in for you. A box. I think we should do the same colors for this one and then the same pattern on this one. Just to make it look a little bit more universal. So now we need a nice dark green. Which I like this one. Peacock green. I know they'll be well loved. I'm not worried about that. Here's the thing about me. I love coloring. I really do. I've loved all the pencils I've gotten over the years. That's not to say one pencil is better than another pencil. It's just I'm like, here's the thing. When you're moving, you start asking questions about what do you really need? What do you want to give away? What do you think will make you happy to keep? You know, this also comes to unpacking. You know, when you unpack, it's a lot of work. Oh no, I hate migraines, Johannes. They're like the worst thing in the world. Like they're like never ending pain that you just want to go away. This is violet, magenta. Remember, this is a little, a young mermaid. She's not an adult, so maybe a teenager mermaid, child mermaid. And I think Anastasia Koldareva. Like, I'm not getting to the meat of Victoria Mermaid's book that I want. And I really, really want that book. But I'm like, no, I must wait. Plus, the other thing about not buying stuff, it gives me the chance to work on things I already have rather than things I want. You know, I'm almost done with Rose Windows. Yes, ma'am, I'm almost done with that book. 2 more pictures to go. I got a picture that is a little bit of a challenge. You're like, so. How did they do that? You know, Jamie over at Jamie's Coloring Love, they sent her the wrong markers when she ordered the Ohuhu acrylic paint markers. And on the second time, they sent her the right thing. So, you know what happens? They get a lot of orders sometimes, and sometimes they're like, no, you can't get that. You know, here's the thing with Color in Heaven. After the Fairies in Nature special by Jenny Cook, I'm done with the subscription until I get my new place and everything else. It's just, it's for me, it's about what I think I'll take with me. I have them, the colors. I got them and I love them. So are the Star Joys. The Star Joys are a good pencil too. We actually colored with the colors a little bit in this stream earlier. I gave those to Tiffany. I like my colors better than I like my castle arts. The colors are a lot more comfortable than the castle arts for me. For some reason, when I held the castle arts in my hand, they weren't feeling right, but the colors feel better for my hand. So that's probably my carpal tunnel issues are coming back, May. I think some people love the Artisa pencils. I'm not a fan of them too much. So. True, you get 180 versus 120. But there are a lot of good budget-friendly pencils out there now. Schiffer Farbers are very good too. Schiffer Farbins are very good too. They have a 96 set that's very good. So I think we have finished coloring this today in less than an hour and 22 minutes. And I wasn't even my fastest today. So we used Holbein colored pencils. We used Prismas. And we used Colors. And we used a poly. The polychroma was the handmade. The hair was the very first thing we did with this little girl. So I guess that counts for my mermaid. So you see, this is what this is the other case that I got. The colors are in that like grayish rose one. So my first color thingy was in that. That's the luminance opera. You see what I did here? I think that's the pink and purple. If my memory serves me correctly. The blue goes there. The green goes there. I have not tried those yet. I don't think I'll try those till after I move. And then they have this what they call a Holbein dupe, the pastello colors. I know Coloring Diva was a person who was comparing them to the Holbein pastels. Coloring Diva's name is Monet, but she is a lot like me in the beginning of my coloring journey. She does a lot of product reviews. She does pencil comparisons. She does flip throughs. She, on occasion, will do lives. So she has done quite a lot, and she's quite really, really good. Her name is Monet. Coloring Diva, if you're looking for someone to do product reviews. So I like this picture. And this is the Russian book. This is the first version of the book. As you can tell, I did this one in it. This is another one that I did a long time ago in it. It's like one of my early ones in it. Don't even remember what I did this in. It's like a long book. This is from a long time ago. But you can see that this is... You can see why I like this book a lot. I just love this mermaid book tremendously. So. But I got to show you this huge book I have. See, here's one that I started but never finished. Never finished this one. Never finished this one either. I got to figure out what I did on this one because I made this gray. I think I did this with markers. If my memory serves me correctly. Yeah, I did it with markers. How can I tell I did it with markers? Look, this is how you can tell when you do something with markers. So you can't use markers in this just as long as you have a blotter page. So sometimes I mix up my media too, markers and pencils in the same picture. Because sometimes you have to do both. So I want to thank you, everybody, for coming. I wasn't expecting that. So no. Stay. Really, you're going to have to tell me more about them, Miss May. So then we'll do this one. I put the little sticky on it so I know I did it. So I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank everybody for coming. This has made me very happy today. I did a picture today. I wasn't expecting to go on live. No problem, guys. Oh, can I show you where I am in my Chuck Pinson before we go? I want to show you where I am in my Chuck Pinson DP. I had to put it away for a few days. So this is where I am in my Chuck Pinson. This is where I am in the Chuck Pinson. Share the Great Outdoors. I worked on it last night. I worked on this a bit last night. So, you know, sometimes I do them and I don't realize how much I've gotten done. Oh, this is another picture you guys haven't seen yet. This is from Molly Harrison. This is from that Fantasy Special Edition Artist Edition. So I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I work on. Oh, some of you may not be familiar. Grazia Salva does have a Mandala Girl book. So this is one of the pictures I did in it recently. So this is like, if you like portraits and you like doing mandalas, Mandala Girls is a really good book. Yes, Chuck Pinson is amazing. And this is the way remember that picture we did on Mythical Mermaids that we started last time? Well, this is how it came out. I finished it. My cow tree started dying on me. The blue died. So this is the way we did that. So I will have to take a picture of this one. So I want to thank you all for coming. I hope you all have enjoyed this. I was hoping that I would get diamond pens or the steampunk book, but that didn't happen from Color in Heaven. So I will hope you all enjoy this. Stay safe, stay healthy, and everybody remember, wash your hands, social distance, mask until they tell us otherwise. So everyone stay healthy and safe. Bye, everybody.